and I wasn't talking about it, so nobody really knew how much experience I was getting. I think that hard work really makes up for like any deficiency.
Wow, thanks for that, bro. All right, we ready. Welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Unveil podcast. Joining us today for a very special interview is the owner of Make It Happen Media, Mr. Keith Bryant Jr. I'm not supposed to forget that. And we're going to be talking to him today about how Bahamian creatives can find success during this pandemic season. Keith, what's going on, bro?
I'm here, bro. It's good to be on the show with the great DJ Wavy.
Well, you know, I'm just a regular guy, man. Just a regular guy. It looked like your internet a bit slow today. What's going on over there?
You humble. You notice the Bahamas, it's the waves and all that. The waves crashing. You know, it's a beautiful water. All of that interrupts with like, you know, all that. You get it. You know it. You know what it is.
All right, bro. All right. So, before we get into the
sun, sand, and sea.
Before we get into the interview, you mentioned the waves. I want to ask you about some things that's going on in the Bahamas right now. Are you familiar with the whole oil drilling situation going on over there?
Yeah, I read a few articles about it. Seems like it's an irreversible thing now. Like everybody wanted to stop, and apparently even the Prime Minister wanted to stop, according to him, or according to the article I read. But he's saying it's too far gone and blah blah blah. It's nothing he could do. It's a sad situation.
Yeah, I think it's pretty sad too, because I mean, especially with where I don't know how much people have been paying attention to what's going on in the waters, but you know, a lot of the coral reefs around the world have been severely deteriorated, some even more than 50%. And I think the Bahamas is one of those last spots in the world with relatively decent coral reefs.
That's wild. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, you should check it out on Netflix. You don't have Netflix,
Yeah, I got that, but you know, action movies and
you gotta watch some of them documentaries, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I feel you. I like to watch the crime documentaries, like when basically dudes get arrested. What the thing was when the 4 dudes got arrested or 5 dudes got arrested and was in jail for like 30 years for no reason. Like those kind of stuff. I like. I'll try out some environmental documentaries.
No, I can't watch them other things, bro. That ain't for me. But I mean, it's a real sad situation going on over there. I hope for the sake of the Bahamas, you know, because tourism is one of the biggest things over there, and one of the things that the tourists love about the Bahamas is the beautiful waters, the beaches. They like to snorkel and see the coral reefs. So hopefully we don't have any issues when it comes to the oil drilling and all that.
Hopefully not, but I was reading this thing and this guy was like, this article of some type of marine scientist, he was like, basically oil leaks are inevitable. It's just a matter of time. So it's iffy, but let's just hope for the best. Hopefully be the first to never have one.
Yeah, bro, definitely true.
Or one of the
definitely
first.
True. So Keith, you are a creative. First of all, tell the audience how you got into this kind of thing.
How I got into like media?
Yeah.
Create. Basically, I guess I always had, like, since probably 2011, when I was in about the 11th grade, I started working at a radio station, and that kind of just sparked my interest in media. And then I was really conflicted because I was always on this path to be a pastor, so I was conflicted. This is a long story, I'm going to cut it short. It's on my YouTube channel, shameless plug, Overcoming Giants. So yeah, I basically came to NCU and I wanted to do a double major, but I ended up falling in love with, I fall out of radio and ended up going into like photography, video, because I had 2 photographers as roommates, and basically that kicked off my journey in 2013 when my roommate was a photographer, my second roommate was a videographer. So I basically learned from them and it ended up becoming a thing for me. And I almost forgot about radio, even though I still do, like, you know, talk show type stuff.
Well, that is interesting.
That's my 1 hour story. And
Yeah, thanks for
minutes.
cutting it short. That's interesting because we have a lot of persons who would
Yeah.
have left university with a degree, for example, just like you left with a degree in theology, and there aren't many persons that have that courage to actually put all of that sort of on a back burner per se, to pursue the thing that they actually love. You see, what do you think gave you that
Yeah.
that push? What do you think gave you that encouragement you needed to do something like that?
I don't know, bro. It's a combination of a lot of things. While in school, I was like conflicted, right? Because I really wanted to do this double major, so I didn't have to decide at the end of the day, or the decision would be easier because I would be qualified in both, and I could decide at the end of my journey. But because I wasn't able to do that, I had to do a minor, so I had to make my decision in my own mind. What was I going to do as a career without taking aside the limitation of not having a full degree in mass comm? Some of the things that really helped me was like, basically I had a lot of persons like talking to me like one-on-one. They would pull me aside, but Keith, I respect you in this pastor thing, but I really think it's gonna hold you back. I think you need to be able to explore all your talents. I know you have all these gifts in photography and video and talking to people and all this stuff, but don't limit yourself. And people was like giving me little messages like that. And even this one person, everybody might know her a lot of y'all might know her, Miss Daly. Like, me and her got close during my time, to chair the Department of Communication, and she asked me this simple question. She said, Keith, do you want to be a pastor? Nobody ever asked me that question except Miss Daly. Because you in school to be a pastor, everybody's gonna ask you that question. Nobody's gonna ask you that question. Nobody probably was asking you, Tim, do you want to study mass comm or do you want to be in media? Obviously, right? So she was the first person to ever ask me that question, bro. And I said no. And from that day on, it was like, wow, I don't want to be a pastor. And I knew what I wanted. I wanted to be in media.
Well, I mean, that's pretty good. We need persons around us that's gonna encourage us in the direction that we want to go, in the direction of our dreams. Thankfully, Miss Daly was there. I'm sure that a lot of the people watching would know Miss Daly, so you guys would know exactly what we're talking about. All right, so Keith, as a Bahamian, and as a relatively young creative, you're just really getting into the field. Talk about the creative industry in the Bahamas from your perspective.
Well, I'm pretty new in the industry, so I'm not gonna talk like I am this big media mogul. That's the word. That's how you say it, Tim. In the Bahamas, but I've been blessed to be in circles and be able to experience the industry in a deeper way than I would have based on my skill set and my relatively new, well, I wouldn't say relatively, my newness to it. I think that it's like everybody know everybody, like who is anybody in a sense. So like if you doing well, it's like I realize that as I meet persons, I see the connections, and I think it's a pretty, I wouldn't say tight-knit, but it's kind of small. It's a lot of young photographers and videographers and everybody who think they want to do it, but as it relates to the persons who doing well, like everybody kind of know each other, because like I would meet a photographer or a videographer and he would be calling the same names, and it's like Nassau small, the Bahamas small, so we all know each other. But I think we're doing very well. Like persons might be underestimating the Bahamas, but like we have some of the best media personalities. We got some of the best videographers, photographers like in the world, like, and that's on like some statistical basis. That ain't just me trying to big up my own country, so.
Well, that's pretty good stuff. Do you think that there's a market for creatives in the Bahamas?
Of course. I think my mentality is always a mentality of abundance. Like I believe that there's enough out there for everyone. Like I don't fear when I see a new photographer or a new videographer, like, and I work with one of the what I would call one of the best videographers in the Bahamas, cinematographers. I assist him on shoots. I shoot sometimes with him or for him. And I asked him about it. Like, I asked him, like, you know, do you feel any fear of like competition, or like how do you feel about like the competitiveness and stuff like that? I was talking to him about that, and he was like, he laughed. He was like, almost like, what competition? Like he is himself. Like, people who want him go there for him, and like that's something like I gained from him. Even though I already had a similar confidence, because like I'm never afraid of competition. I guess I've been an athlete all my life, so I'm very competitive. So it's not like I'm afraid, but yeah, it's just like when you when you like make it happen, and you see what make it happen, do you want to make it happen? So I feel like every brand have to distinctify themselves and from their competition and from whatever, so they could really, you know, stand out. I don't even know if I answered the question. I don't remember what the question was, but I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It does make sense. You know, one of the things I've realized when it comes to, you know, being a DJ and just being a media practitioner on the whole is that you do stand out when your personality is seen, right? People actually come and they look and they say, well, yeah, there's other DJs around, but you know, none of them does it like DJ Wavy. You know what I mean? So that's very important, especially in the media field.
And none of them got the waves.
Well, you know how the thing go. You know how the thing go. Right now we don't have Tim's brushing the studio.
There might be one DJ I know who got waves.
I don't know him, bro. So we don't know him. You understand? You know how that go already. We don't have Tim's brushing the studio today because last week, you know, it was graduation last week and everybody wanted to touch him. He told me he wasn't feeling too good. It might be the COVID-19. So I left him home to quarantine this week. So probably next week after some serious sanitization.
14 days, buddy. Tell him.
Yeah, man. You know how that go. All right.
That's disappointing. I really wanted to meet him, man. He been making strides and waves in this media world, and I really wanted to sit down and have a chat with him, but I guess hopefully.
Yeah, bro, you can meet him eventually. So, bro, as we both know, you know, being a part of media and the creative industry, it isn't something that comes with quick success. It requires a lot of hard work, a lot of consistency, and in my opinion, I think a minimum of 3 to 5 years of doing this before you actually get, you know, the recognition you deserve. What I want to know is, what are some of the things that you do to keep yourself motivated, you know, because since you didn't graduate with a degree in communications, you know, you kind of started with your foot out of the door a little bit when compared to other people who just getting out of school. What are some of the things that you do to stay motivated? Yo,
bro, this is all about hard work. Like, I don't care what no one else have. I don't care if you have a degree in mass comm, a degree in whatever. That don't mean you could shoot better than me. That don't mean you could do anything better than me. I think one of the ways I stay motivated is to never compare myself. Like, I don't look at other people's success. I don't look at Tim's video and say, "Boy, Flipdread, Tim really killing it, boy." And I like that. I can't even do that. Tim is a person like you could tell them, bro. Like, when you do something good, I'll never say, "Boy, I could do that better." Like, I'll be bigging you up, and I'll be more than willing to say, "Boy, I ain't gonna lie, but that bad." I'll do that for any videographer, anyone, even my competition, bro, because I don't really see life like that. I'd more so look at someone and say, "But I'd like to work with them." You know what I mean? I feel like that's one of the things that keeps me motivated. And I just think hard work, bro. Even though I didn't study mass comm fully, I did a minor.
Yeah.
Bro, I was out shooting videos for corporate companies with another videographer during exam week. While mass comm students were studying for exams, I was out there in the field making money, doing real work. Like, I was hustling, I was learning my skill, and I wasn't talking about it. So nobody really knew how much experience I was getting. I think that hard work really makes up for like any deficiency. So I buy in course. Even now, I'm in the field, but I'm not anywhere where I want to be yet. So I'm buying courses. I'm investing in equipment. You know, I just doing stuff, bro. I was doing a course to get certified to be a teacher, right? Bro, I just literally decided, but why am I trying to find something stable when I got all this passion for media? Why am I trying? I was thinking like to take a stable route, teach for some. I was already teaching for a year and a half. I was saying, let me continue to teach for some time. And when my job, I basically lost my job in I think March. And when that happened, I was like, but I don't even, why doing this again? I going back to this cycle. I don't even want to be a teacher. This more so for stability. I had taken out a little loan for the certificate. I was like, scrap that. Give me this money. That loan money, I invested in equipment, bro. And I went all in on my media company, bro. So I think it's just hard work and dedication keeps you motivated. And that's how we gotta live. You gotta be dedicated. And wherever you feel uncomfortable, wherever you feel like maybe I ain't that good yet, then put in the work. Buy a course. Get a mentor, go out and shoot, go out and edit and make it better, make yourself better. Like making yourself better fixes all of the problems, bro. So I never rested, bro. I always trying to get better. I just messaged a photographer last night, more experienced than me, like trying to learn from her. And that's what it's all about for me.
Yeah, bro, that's definitely important. You know, it's definitely important for, especially, I mean, in any field really, but especially in media and communication, it's definitely important to invest in yourself, you know, invest in your work, invest in your craft and all of that. So now, I mean, I know, you know, this question was coming. It's just the time we living in, COVID-19 times. You know, I want to know how the pandemic has affected you as a creative in the Bahamas, whether good or bad.
Bro, the pandemic is what it is. I don't even know. I think it affected me positively in some way, bro, because I went full-time in media during the pandemic, which is the worst time to start. I guess technically it'd be like the worst time to start a business generally. And that's when I started. So I started off struggling. So now I feel like starting off in a struggle, it kind of gave me a hustle mentality. Whereas I know, bro, if I can make this work now, it gotta work. You know what I mean? Like imagine outside of the pandemic, bro. So yeah, business went slow, like, but when I started it, but as it comes along, it's like picking up and it's like, bro, I see in glimpses of like what the future could be like, and it's just beautiful, bro. Like, it's sweet, bro. And also I started doing like IG lives because of the pandemic. I was home, bored. I think I had just lost my job. And it was like, I want to do something, bro. I want to do something to uplift people. And I started these lives and like, bro, that just blew up. Persons were really enjoying it. I was getting a lot of feedback. And that's something I'm going to continue to do. I mean, I stopped for a while, but I'm going to get back at it. And that's something that was born out of the pandemic. I was able to I'm starting to really find my voice online. And yeah.
Yeah, I could totally relate to that especially that last part, finding your voice online. Even though I'm relatively sociable, I'm not really that much into social media and stuff. And over the pandemic, you know, because of different things, I kind of got a little bit into it, you know, trying to get myself out there as a radio guy, and it's been working. So I could definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
But what about the rest of the industry out there in the Bahamas? Do you see any positives or negatives for the industry because of the pandemic?
I can't really say, to be honest, because I don't really know how it's affecting like everyone else. I know people still work and people still able to eat because people, you know, you could still do stuff, but I can't really I can't really answer that question fully. I can only speak from my experience. And if I didn't have support, family support, I think it would have been much more rough for me. It's easy to say, you know, things going all right or whatever when you ain't paying rent, you know what I mean? So that's why I say like I could only speak from my perspective.
Okay. Well, that's some good stuff. All right, bro. So we're about to wrap things up. I just opened the question box here. We got 2 questions. So I'm going to ask both of them to you, and I'm going to answer them as well, right? So I'm going to ask you this one first. This one is coming in from Taranti Wilson. I think that's our videography guy. Thanks, T-Boss, for that one.
Is it T-Dog?
This question says, How
think
do
more
you
E-Dog.
define your worth?
T-Bars? What you always call
Whoa.
him?
That's a philosophical question there, bro.
T-Boss.
Hey,
T-Boss.
you want to answer that one?
I get it. T-Boss. Oh, sorry, you. Or you are. You think I meant? You said
Just
it?
be
Sorry,
freaking
repeat
out,
the
bro.
question.
You there shouting
I was
T-Boss,
so focused
T-Boss. I
on
asked you
trying
the
to figure out what
question.
his nickname
I
was.
say, how do you define your worth?
I live close to the beach. Sorry. How do I define my work? No, I live close to the beach
Yeah,
for real. I
bro,
live in
that's
South
great.
Beach,
I
so the
understand.
waves and stuff is interrupt the connection. So how do I define my work? Bro, I think my work is I think I define my work as developing, bro. Like I don't have a set definition for my work because it's constantly growing. Like I feel like every video, every photo I do is a little bit different because I'm still finding my
Yeah.
style. I could say that I have a clean, simple and modern feel, but that's general as well. But I feel like I'm always trying to like make it better. I'm always trying to make what I do. I think this holds me back from doing stuff and posting stuff too. It's because if what I post like yesterday isn't better than what I post today, I feel away. I feel like I want every photo to be better than the last one, and sometimes doesn't always work like that. But it's the best way I can define. I want to hear yours.
I mean, for me, it's relatively the same thing. You know what they say? We are our biggest critics. Um, but, I've learned and I am still learning to not be so hard on myself when I put stuff out, bro, because at the end of the day, as much creatives you think there is in the world, on your Instagram feed, on the average person Instagram feed, persons aren't willing to do some of the stuff we do. Persons aren't willing to put out some of the videos or anything we put out. So I've learned to appreciate my own work. I actually sit down and enjoy watching the stuff that I do as if it's my first time watching it. I don't know how I do it, but that's just what happens. All right. This next question.
I know what you mean, bro. You post a nice. I know what you mean, bro. You post a nice video and you just
bro,
watch it.
Definitely. All right. So this next question coming in from Rajay Danvers, Dr. Rajay Danvers, communication strategist. And it says, what comforting
Dr.
advice
Rajay.
can you give anyone who
MP.
isn't able to spend this
making.
Christmas with their family? I'm going to answer this one first. Considering the fact that I am not with my family right now, you know what? I've spent quite a few Christmases away from my family, and the most important thing I've realized that always got me through is that time that you spend with your friends, those friends that are close to you, those friends that feel like your family, the Christmas season is all about togetherness. It's all about exchanging gifts and all of that. But most importantly, spending time with the persons that you love, the people you love to be around with. So if you aren't able to spend any time with your family, then the next best bet is to find your favorite people in the area and, spend some time with them, even if it's just a day or two. What say you, Keith?
Yeah, bro. This question definitely more made for you, for someone who's experienced that or whatever. I mean, I experienced it once too while studying at NCU. I by choice I stayed home. I stayed in Jamaica. No, I went to Houston, but I stayed in Jamaica for Christmas, and then I spent some time in Houston. But like, what I'd say is basically the same thing. Like, family is cool, blood. Yeah, that's all good stuff, the blood, but family is also, you could also find family around you, Like, I've been deliberately spending Christmas with friends. Last year I did it, and this year I'm going to do it again. But I'm going to spend Christmas with my girlfriend and her family. I'm going to visit, like, family too, but I want to spend the bulk of my time with her. Because, bro, family is what you make it. Like, we could be around blood family and still not enjoy Christmas. So it's whoever you choose, whoever, makes you feel like home, that's your family. So until you get to meet up with your family, find that person that really makes you feel like, yeah, I feel comfortable even though this ain't my country, even though we ain't blood. Like this person makes me feel like a better person. They warm my heart, they uplift my spirit. That's the kind of people we should call family, like not just the blood. Because sometimes, boy, family ain't always the
That's
nicest
definitely
people.
true. That's definitely true. So, bro, I realized that you kind of just rush over that whole girlfriend statement, and I mean, I really gonna loud you up on the YouTube thing, but we're gonna have to have the talk about that.
I ain't rush
We're
over
gonna have
it.
to have a talk about
I
that.
ain't rush over it. I gotta say GF. I gotta say GF. I said the full word.
Yeah, bro.
Girlfriend.
We gotta have a talk about it after we come off here today. All right. So before you leave, right before we close out today's show, I want you to give some advice to. I want you to give some advice to some of the creatives that are still in university. Some of the creatives that might be going through what you went through. Doing something else in school and then coming out and realizing that they actually want to follow their dream into this creative realm. I want you to give some advice to those kinds of people.
Bro, that's the hardest kind of people to give advice to because everyone's journey is different. This is so hard to give advice to because, bro, I felt so alone, bro, on my journey. Yeah, everybody saw me and probably I was looking good and I was, doing well. I was still there keeping up in school and stuff, but, bro, I was stressed out, bro. People
Wow.
like extremely close to me
Well, I mean,
would
it just
know.
sounds.
But bro, I took on that burden.
Yeah, bro.
Sounds what?
It just sounds like one of those things where it's all about like you say earlier, the dedication and the consistency. These kind of things is very hard to do. A lot of times our parents, other members in our family, sometimes even our friends wouldn't understand our decision. You know what I mean? So I totally get you there, bro. That was a tough one.
But I'd still say like I think that when we go in school, it's a lot of pressure because you're so young when you make the decision. They put this pressure on you to make a decision for the rest of your life at 16, 17, 18, right? So I'd say like just be gracious with yourself as you learn and grow. Be wise and get counsel. Like, yes, it's your decision, but still talk to people. Like some people think that I just got up and made a decision because I didn't talk to family like we talked about earlier. Like I didn't talk to family a lot, but I was talking to people, bro. I was talking to friends. I was talking to older people I thought would give me unbiased opinions and stuff like that. I was praying about it too, so it's not like I just got up and made the decision. So yeah, that's my major advice, and just be wise. Don't be hasty. Don't go and change your major without telling your parents, or drop out of school and buy equipment. Like, don't just
flop
jump
yourself.
at it. Like, be wise and take your time. You know what I mean?
All right, bro.
Yeah. And hit me up if you need some support.
All right, bro. Well, thanks for taking the time out to join us on the Unveil podcast today.
Yep.
Very much appreciated.
Yeah, bro. Thank you too. I feel like we had some fun. I feel like it was a good chat, and I'm honored to be on this STM podcast with the great DJ Wavy. And thank you to the producers and everyone in the back. Big up Cornell Ming. You're doing a great job, bro. You too, DJ.
All right, bro. Respect. And that is it, guys, for the Unveil podcast. Thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, share, subscribe, of course. And don't forget to send your Christmas greetings, guys. We want to get those videos out before the holidays. Until next time, see y'all later.
Hey guys, if you liked that episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And also turn on the notification bell to stay updated.